Murrells Inlet is known for pirates, but some of them have landed in Little River. Who are they? You'll meet one of them coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the M. Russell Holiday Cottage at Brook Green Gardens, the largest outdoor sculpture garden in the world and the home of Knights of 1,000 Candles, which kicks off this Friday. We're focused on the South Carolina Pirates and their commitment to the community. And we're visiting with their team captain, Doug Jones. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for coming in.
Well, I really appreciate you having me out here.
Early on a Monday morning, of course, the real excitement's this Sunday's kickoff game.
Yeah, December 2nd, we actually lace them up. It's our first game of the season. We're very excited about it. And what's even more important to us is our commitment to the community, as you know. We've got our unwrapped toy drive. So what we're asking is all the spectators who come to the game, if they can please bring an unwrapped toy. What we'll do with those toys is we'll have big boxes. And then Jay Mosley, who is part of the Little River Chamber of Commerce, will make sure that all those toys are delivered to the Horry County Youth Shelter.
Right.
So hopefully they'll get everything in time for Christmas, which they should, and everybody should be pretty excited.
The Horry County Shelter Home is a tremendous location, of course, knowing this Sunday as well as I think Sunday the 16th.
Yes,
Two
correct.
opportunities for folks to come out and bring, and you just want unwrapped toys.
Yeah, what we really want to do is we want to, it's that time of year where you want to feel good and you want to make a difference in people's lives. And actually when Jay was telling me the story of the community and it's just telling me how kids were just to get sneakers and a tube of toothpaste and just different things that you hear, you really kind of look and say, what can I do to make a difference?
Right.
One of the great things is with the hockey team is that in the short time we've been in the community, we've tried to help in so many different ways.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked Jay flat out, I said, is there a possible way that we could use our attendance to help you achieve a goal of making sure everybody has a really great Christmas? And he goes,
Right.
if you could collect toys or you could do something like that for us, we'd really be excited. So
Absolutely.
we came to an agreement and we were able to do it. And I'm excited because, like you said, we have December 2nd, this upcoming Sunday,
This Sunday,
and then we'll
yeah.
have the 16th. And we'll have the boxes out prepared and ready. And if you bring us an unwrapped toy, you get an official SC Pirates eye patch.
Get
Not
that.
a lot of those in
Wow,
circulation.
Yeah, I bet they're not. How exciting, Doug.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first game of the 07-08 season?
Yeah, it is our first game. We're an expansion franchise.
Right.
And just explain a little bit about what we do.
Sure, please.
We're in the Southeast Division. We have 6 teams that play with us. There's Raleigh. They're called the Assault. We also have the Savannah Stingers, which are down in Georgia. Then we also have Harrisburg. Harrisburg are called the Lunatics. They have a really interesting logo. It's kind of like Marvel Comics, the Joker.
Wow.
It's probably one of the best logos, I think, personally, in the league.
Right.
There's Winchester Generals. And then we also have the York. I forgot York's last name, what the team actually is, but still new to this. And then the
Right.
Richmond Rolling Robins. So
Wow.
those are all the teams that we'll be facing in the upcoming season.
So you'll be traveling all over throughout the Carolinas and Georgia and obviously Virginia.
Yeah, we will. And one of the nice things is we were able to work a deal out where we got a team bus. We have a team bus, which will make things so much easier instead of players trying to transport themselves and be able to do that. And it's one of the great things about South Carolina because in myself moving here, people just extend a warm, healthy, happy hand to help you in any way they can. And Diamond Cruises, which has now changed their name to Southern Elegance, this just happened a few days ago, they were nice enough to work with us on a team bus and be able to work things out with us. So they're going to be transporting us to all our away games, which is fantastic.
That is tremendous, Doug.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely. You highlighted you just moved here, and I believe you said from California. You gave us a phone number this morning for viewers who may need to get off to work now or get family off to school. What's that good phone number that someone could call? Or, of course, is there a website so they could learn more about the season and obviously about y'all's commitment to the community?
Yeah, phone number that you can reach is 949-533-8732, and we're located at www.scpirateshockey.com.
Great, good. scpirateshockey.com. A lot of tremendous information online there. I think a lot of viewers may remember if they were out at the Heart Walk this year, you and a lot of the players from the team were out there supporting the community and obviously the fight against heart disease and stroke by getting out on that Saturday to help out. How was that day for y'all?
Well, that day I actually missed because I had another commitment, but one of the nice things of having 28 guys on the roster is we sent another 4 players out there.
Good.
They got to go out there. They mingled with the people a lot. They did the heart walk. We were somewhat incognito. We didn't have our jerseys on.
Oh, you're kidding. Wow.
The experience,
well, yeah.
It's a great experience. Anytime you can go out and meet people in the community that are striving to work together to help a cause like that, I mean, anything for the Heart Association.
Absolutely.
And I think the Heart Walk's fantastic. So
it was a tremendous event, and they did a lot. Obviously, they had their horseback ride-a-thon not long after that, which was a big, big success. And I think they've got their Heart Ball coming up in mid-February. So a lot going on with the Heart Association. And I know you all are involved, surely the support of the Horry County Shelter Home and raising the toys, but there's other things that you all have begun to do in a very short amount of time to really get out into the community.
Yeah, I think it's the responsibility of any professional sport, no matter if you're baseball, hockey, football, to reach into your community and get to know the residents, because after all, they're your lifeblood. You want those people into your building, you want them to support you, but you also want them to know that what you're doing is you're standing behind your product, and at the same time, you're not just coming in and renting the area, you're coming in and reaching out and spreading grassroots and goodwill to everybody. Right. So, you know, one of the exciting things for us has been just getting into the community, Little River Chamber of Commerce, North Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce, getting to meet so many wonderful people, talking to them about how can we make a difference. What can we do to help you using what we do to one of our biggest campaigns that we did that very proud of. We Red Ribbon Week. We went out to 12 different schools, spoke to over 2,500 students in a week, and basically, yeah, it was so funny. I was in Food Lion on the 17 one night, and 2 little kids came up to me with their mom, and they looked at me and gave me that kind of look, and I was looking at them like they knew me, but I wasn't sure, and they came up to me and said, "Drugs are for losers." And I knew they'd been in one of our assemblies. And their mom actually took a couple minutes to thank me for what we had done. And she thought that the biggest kick they got out of the day was just coming home saying, "Drugs are for losers, drugs are for losers." So, you know, when something like that happens, you've reached those few kids that hopefully you can make a difference in their life as they get older and they make the right decisions as they go on.
Start it very early on, and that's surely the commitment. In the Pirates, you've got guys who've been playing hockey. You said 28 players.
Yes, sir.
Total of 28 players, and they're from all over. I think you've even highlighted all over the world.
Yeah, actually, we were talking a little bit about, we have a player, his name is Zoltan Pal. He's from Transylvania, Romania. And,
Transylvania, Romania.
Funny story, the other night we were working with Helping Hands Shelter, North Myrtle Beach. We're helping distribute Thanksgiving dinners. People are showing up, and Zoltan showed up, and there was a pack of Cub Scouts. So we're all talking to them a little bit about the Pirates and what we're doing, and the kids had some questions for us, and they asked Zoltan where he was from, and he goes, "Well, I'm from Romania." And one of the kids said, "Where in Romania?" And he said, "Transylvania." And as soon as he did that, it was like the questions wouldn't stop. "Do you know Dracula? Have you ever talked to him? Have you ever seen him?" And then one of the kids goes, "What are you doing out in the daylight?"
You're kidding.
Oh, it's just, I mean, it just opened up so much, and people didn't know that. You know, Romania, you think old school, just, you know, back to the 1600s.
Yeah.
I mean, they're advanced now just like we are. And he's a very good hockey player also.
Is that right?
Yeah, he is. He's an exceptional hockey player. So
that's tremendous.
Very glad to have him.
Some folks may not have been to the Sports Zone. For our viewers here in Georgetown County or up to the PD in southeastern North Carolina, if they're coming down, how are they going to get there? And what are they going to see? Is this a ice hockey rink? And we'll talk more about that, obviously.
Sure. That's a very good question. Sports Zone is built, actually it's a multi-facility, and the owners really brought a new level of excellence to the community. What they've done is they have a restaurant there. It's called The Underdog. That serves hot, cold food. They have a full menu. It's just fantastic. Steaks to everything else you can think of.
Wow.
They have a gymnastics and more, which every day I walk by, it's just, gosh, like 100 kids in there. They're all working out hard.
Yeah.
They have the fitness zone, which is also the personal trainer of our hockey team. The owner there, Dave, has been fantastic in putting us all through a strength and conditioning program that will help us for the season. They have the Healing Touch, which is a massage center, and they offer a wide variety of spa treatments, for things like that. Great for Christmas gifts, if you're thinking of something for Mom this year. And then we have the Sports Zone. And the Sports Zone is really diversified. You can play basketball, you can play indoor soccer, you can play volleyball, you can play flag football, and you can play roller hockey. So
not all at one time,
Actually, you know what's amazing? The way they built it, that you can divide it into thirds. So they have these big curtains, screens that come down with the bottom that locks. So you can play basketball on a court, you can play indoor soccer on another, you can play volleyball. You can run 3 sports simultaneously, 3 different leagues. And to answer your question originally, Sports Zone is conveniently located where the 17 and the 90 intersect, right where the big Dunkin' Donuts is. It's East Highway 90. And it's located about a mile before, I believe it's King Mountain Highway. And it's on the left-hand side, depending on which way you go. Sure. But the big thing to remember is it's very accessible off the 9 and the 31. So very easy to get there.
And the phone number they could call you, I don't know if you know the Sports Zone
number. Oh, Sports Zone number is very easy. Sure. That's 843 249 4FUN, F-U-N.
Okay, 249 F-U-N.
Yes.
If someone wanted to call them to confirm directions for our viewers there in the PD. Now, what time's the event going to kick off? What time's the game going to kick off this Sunday?
Our Sunday game, we start at 1:30, and what happens is our minor league team, which we're extremely proud to have, I think we have 6 kids that are all from the Myrtle Beach Strand area. So this is like a first I've seen in professional sports to see players at that level step up and be able to play. So the minor league team will play. They'll have their game, and then the pros come out. We'll be on the rink about 3:30. So that day you'll be able to catch 4 hockey games, 2 minor league games, and 2 pro games, total of 4.
That's tremendous. And who are y'all playing on Sunday?
Raleigh Assault. Yeah, we're playing at Raleigh Assault. I think we're going to have a big rivalry with them.
So. Yeah. So you play them both times. I mean, just back-to-back games, or?
Yeah. What'll happen is you'll see the 2 minor league games, and then you'll see the 2 pro games. Yeah. There'll be some festivities in. We have a bunch of 6, 7, and 8-year-olds that are coming to us from the Air Force Base down here in Myrtle Beach.
Good,
they're going to play. They're going to be like the mini mates. They're going to come out and have a little game to entertain everybody. And then we also have A Plus Auto is coming out and doing a shoot to win contest. So they're offering the opportunity, if a person is lucky enough to be at one end of the rink and shoot a puck all the way down and put it into a little opening in the net, they'll offer $250. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we got some different activities, and again, with our community involvement, we're going to have the opening puck is going to be dropped by a local business person. Grand Strand Termite is going to come out. They're going to drop the opening puck. And then we also have a breast cancer survivor. She's going to make her debut, and we're going to focus a little bit about our help in the community, again, with the American Cancer Society as well.
Right.
I've been a big supporter of that for almost 10 years. And I think it's, again, very, very important to support charities like that.
10 times over. Again, 249-4FUN, or to call you at 949-533-8732. scpirateshockey.com. A lot of great information there. The rest of the schedule, and even your traveling schedule. Traveling around, folks can go online and click on the Professional Inline Hockey Association to see all of the teams there in the league and throughout the association. But if viewers may not have a full understanding of inline hockey and its difference, if there is any, between ice hockey.
Well, again, one of the big things, inline hockey, the first professional inline hockey league where I was an original player in there, I'm really showing my age here, but it was back in 1993. It was called Roller Hockey International. It was developed by a gentleman named Alex Belhumeur, who came out of Long Beach, California. He got together with a board of governors that he put together, and they began a pro league that was all over the United States. They were on ESPN, ESPN2. They had a television contract. And what basically inline hockey is it's very similar to ice hockey. You're on a very similar boot. It's almost like an ice hockey boot, but you have 4 wheels under you. And those 4 wheels are in a straight line. They act almost just like a blade. Now, technology has become so far advanced nowadays where I remember when I got my first set of wheels, it was like slip, slide. You're trying to... We used to put hairspray on our wheels, and instead of our hair, it was on. We definitely just trying to get a better grip on the floor. Right. Now the wheels that they come out with, you can turn, you can cut, you can do all these things that you can do on ice, you can do on roller now. Right. So the advancements that have been made with Mission Hockey, who is one of our sponsors, just what they've done. Revision Hockey Wheels, they've come out with a brand new wheel that is just incredible. It's almost like a tire on a car. It's got an inner tube in it, which moves with the weight restriction with your cuts and turns, so you get more out of the wheel as you're coming out of a turn. So what you'll see is not only our hockey team, but most of these guys that are playing in this league now all have professional ice backgrounds, myself included, and some of the guys on our team. So it's when you see ice players coming over to roller, one, it's a great sport. It's a lot of fun. Kids can play it anywhere, as you know, parking lots, cul-de-sacs. In your driveway, kids can put it on. Any kind of exercise is fantastic. Just to be out there, you can skate around. Takes a little practice, but I mean, once you get involved into it, a lot of kids who do pick it up love it. So.
Right. And you said some of the folks are out on the former Air Force Base.
Yeah, they have a full functioning league down there as well as at the Sports Zone, and One of the things is that you want to support any program that's helping promote the growth of a sport. So I know that the people down there do a really good job at the Air Force Base, and actually one of the people who's involved, the Vice President, Johanna Smith, has been a huge backer of the SC Pirates. She's done a really good job in helping us spread our community message. Yeah.
Is that tied into children or otherwise? I mean, some of hers or friends and families, children, right?
She's helped us organize that mini-mate game that'll happen at the first halftime. When you see 6 and 7 years old, when they come out for that first time, and the people are there, and the eyes that's something to watch.
I should have brought some pictures, but the kind of uniforms y'all are wearing and the kind of facial gear, I mean, do you have stuff to cover? Is it just like for folks who may or may not have attended a hockey match on whether the PD Pride or the Carolina Hurricanes or anything here in the area? What are you wearing? I mean, you've got these. You obviously explained the blades themselves, or the roller.
Well, it's just a skate, basically a skate. We just regular hockey equipment. The only difference is we wear long pants. It's more traditionally set with roller hockey.
Right.
So we wear a long pant with a regular hockey jersey. We have most of the same equipment that an ice hockey player will wear, but you won't see us differentiate from that too much. The only difference is that we're not as heavy. We don't wear the equipment to the extent an ice hockey player will.
Right.
So, but everything else it's the same. We have a puck, sticks, you name it, we do it. Really,
that is wild.
Yeah, no difference.
That is fantastic. About yourself, real quick, Doug. Have you been doing this much of your life?
Yeah, my dad first told me the first time I skated was I was about 3 years old.
Is that right?
First time he had me on ice? Yeah.
So I loved it. Date you there, but that's a few years. Yeah.
That was before electricity.
And what is it about it that you really love out on the rink? What really keeps you ticking there?
I think one of the things is anytime you find something that you like to do, that you enjoy, that you feel good about, you want to continue and do it. And one of the greatest things for me was when I first started playing hockey, it was hockey and baseball. I mean, loved hockey and baseball. In the summertime, I was playing baseball all the time.
Sure.
Wintertime, I was playing hockey. And my parents would always tell the stories about how we'd be on the pond all day and come in with our feet. We frostbit.
Oh, yeah.
Mom would have to put them in cold water. And, you're young, so you ask a lot of questions, which is, why is my mom putting my cold feet in a cold tub of water with frostbite? But I was just hours and hours. And it just developed as I got older, and I started to realize my dad was really good about keeping you in line, not letting your ego grow, and just telling you that there are always going to be people better than you, and that if you don't get up and make every day the best you can, that someone else will take advantage of it, and you're going to end up looking at that person doing better in life than you do. So with that kind of as a motto, we always strived, all of us, there were 4 of us, we always strived to be the best we could be.
4 boys there?
No, we had 3 boys and a girl. So I have a sister and one brother. One of my brothers has passed on. So.
Sorry, did your sister ever get into hockey herself?
She was a gymnast, actually. When we were living in Connecticut, she was a very good gymnast. She and a young girl named Kim Lemon used to participate. They had like the Summer Olympics. And in Connecticut, the big contests, and they were always traditionally silver, bronze, gold.
Wow.
I mean, Kimmy Lemon moved on, and she almost went to the U.S. Olympic team, and I think this was back in 1980. I'm not sure what year it was, but she ended up, I think, hurting her back on the beam, so she wasn't able to participate. But my parents had us all very schooled in athletics to keep us busy.
You mentioned Connecticut. That's obviously a few hours north of South Carolina. A lot more snow up there, and so at that time you were doing snow or outside, or obviously in a rink there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time.
That is
great
fascinating, Doug. How about some of the other guys on the team? They've made the Strand home now. To be able to play here on a regular basis, found this the place for them.
Yeah, we have Mark Janae, who also former RHIer. Mark has played the same league I have. He's also a former professional ice hockey player, like I was also. Mark played with Greensboro. He was out here. He did some time, and now he's retired. He's in the community. He lives out. Can't remember exactly where he lived. We've had conversations, but he now owns about 20 acres. He's got 3 children. His wife's a very nice person, and he's just gotten back into this to have a good time. So one of the nice things is to pick up players like that have that background, that have had the professional experience, because when you're trying to build a franchise, you want to go with guys that have been in the pressure cooker before, that know what it takes to win. And I truly believe if you always surround yourself with the right people and you put them where they're good, things go really well for you. I think if you find out somebody has something they need to work on, that's an area you really don't want to put them in. So we really, with our team, and what we were looking for was chemistry But more important, we wanted guys that fitted in with what we wanted to do and what our goals were. And we've been very lucky to have that.
Do you find folks, Doug, coming out on a regular basis, whether formerly there in California or now getting ready for the season, that have never been to a hockey game?
Oh, yeah.
Never seen one, wanted to come out and see what it's like? And then the things you do to encourage them, as you said, wrap around a sport and then really move with it.
Well, one of the biggest things, I went to a Rotary meeting. It was a Tuesday morning. I had breakfast with the Rotary. We had a little conversation. I got to do a little talk on the team.
Sure.
And then a gentleman said, I don't understand hockey. Could you have a couple minutes to explain it to me? I said, yeah, after breakfast, I'd be happy to sit with you. He was an elderly gentleman, and I sat down with him about 5 minutes to try and give him an idea of what we did and what was going on.
Sure.
And by the time I got done with him, I believe he became a season ticket holder. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was, like I said, the reaction has been everybody's open arms, you know, big embraces. Like I said, the Chamber of Commerces have been fantastic to work with us and help us spread our word and get us involved in the charities and the functions that are coming up, so we're always able to attend and help out.
Sure. I was growing up in the Triangle well prior to the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't think I've ever been to a hockey game. I'm just picturing it when it was on Fox at one time years ago, Doug, but I don't think I've ever attended a match there. And of course, for folks, when this older gentleman's asked you, what's it all about? The basics there for our viewers who may not have seen a hockey game or experienced one. Of course, growing up in the Triangle in that area, you've got Duke, UNC, and NC State basketball powerhouses, and folks think about them for that. But hockey really is about there's a puck, and what's it about?
Well, we've got, so everybody knows there are two goalies. Each team has a goalie, and the goaltender, we know their job is to keep the puck from going into the net. You have 4 players on the floor, so you usually have 2 forwards and 2 defensemen, and they have 2 referees, and you basically have up to 12 players. So you're running 3 lines, so you're changing everything up to keep your players fresh. It's a quicker game because there's no offside and no icing. Offside being if the puck were not to cross the line before a player, it would be blown dead, like in ice hockey. In roller hockey, there is no offside. Free flow game. There's no icing where if you clear the puck all the way down, there's no penalty for that either. So what you see is it's almost, I'd say it's a little quicker than ice hockey because it just moves and moves and moves. So what you see is it's fast-paced, it's action. There's a lot of hitting. So you see a lot of bumping into the boards.
A lot of hitting, you mean the bodies?
Body contact, yeah.
Right. Has that ever been intimidating or scared? Have you lost any major... any big teeth hits?
Yeah, well, my front 4 have been redone, and I've had numerous cuts. But you know, the big thing is that it's like anything else. You fall off a horse, you get right back on and ride. And you know, one of the big things that you have to learn is with hockey, it's a head-up game. It's a thinking game. It's I don't want to compare it to chess, but I played football. I played some of the other sports where you know you get the stoppage to relax. In hockey, you've got to do a lot of your brain is really working overtime because you've got to be able to keep your feet moving, be able to handle a puck and move your hands at the same time. Meanwhile, create options in your mind of what am I going to do, where am I going to go. So I like to call it the thinking man's game, and that's why you'll see some people that are fantastic skaters that can skate 30 miles an hour down a rink, but just don't adjust well to a game because they don't have that ability to adapt. So, but the best part is the games are exciting. There's a lot of scoring.
Great.
So you'll see high-scoring games, almost. I don't want to say like a football score, but you'll see like 10-7, 8-6.
Sure.
Game situations like that, and like I said, it just moves along real quick.
That is tremendous, Doug. Of course, you highlighted the Sports Zone has a great restaurant there. Is the restaurant also open on Sunday?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
okay.
It'll be open there.
For folks that are coming in, maybe coming after church and want to, or after synagogue, want to come in and check out the Sports Zone there, and then see the. And if they came in at 1:30, they'd see, of course, the 2 minor leagues. They'd see the young kids. If they were going to be there the whole time and really wanted to see the Pirates in action, what time do they have to be there by to see you all in action?
Our game should start approximately 3 p.m.
Okay.
So if they don't want to really catch the minor league games, which I encourage because you know a lot of those kids are grown and raised out here.
Absolutely. You want that.
If they don't, 3 o'clock would be the preferable time to show up.
And on the 16th, y'all, do you remember who y'all are playing on the 16th?
Savannah. It'll be our first appearance with Savannah, and actually they have great uniforms too. They kind of they have the Stinger uniform. So
Savannah Stinger.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How exciting! And for you to think about now, almost your entire life since age 3, the aspect is it just that what your dad shared. Pick a sport, really get into it, and be passionate about it.
I think again, it's if you always try and do the best you can at what you are, or no matter what it is, even if just in life, like when we were at Red Ribbon Week talking to the kids, you know, it's not just sports, it's anything in life, and you know that as well. If you get up every day and again, you do your homework, you listen to your teachers, you listen to your parents. It's the same thing with hockey, baseball, anything. If you want to be the best at what you do, you've always got to be willing to just lend your ear and listen to what people always offer as far as advice and what they have to say. And one of the things for me is, even at my age, I still learn something new every day. It's not like I've got the whole book written out. I still find out something new that maybe I didn't know. And I'm always willing to listen. I've never been one of those people that say, don't talk to me. If somebody has something worthwhile or they can really help me, I absolutely will always, you know, offer that ear and listen.
That's great. Great words. Doug, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with team captain Doug Jones of the South Carolina Pirates coming up next. The sport is professional inline hockey. Fortunately, we have the team captain here, Doug Jones, with us today to really share it. Obviously, the big day is this Sunday, the kickoff of the 2007-2008 season for the South Carolina Pirates. Surely the big time, 1:30. Get out there, see some of the minor league guys perform, see some of the kids perform, and obviously the pros kicking off at 3 o'clock. The place is the Sports Zone there in Little River. Pick up the phone, 843-249-4FUN. That's 249-4FUN. Or, of course, you can go online to scpirateshockey.com. The big push, of course, is bringing unwrapped toys for the Horry County Shelter Home. There's a tremendous need over there. This is the time. This is the season. Obviously, the Pirates are giving every day. All 28 of those guys, a lot of them out at the Heart Walk, and many more will be out this Sunday. Come out and see them. The season kicks off this Sunday at the Sports Zone in Little River. Get up there.